Why does no one train like this when it works so well? Most people stick to the same old gym routine. Squat, bench, deadlift, maybe some free weights and machines, but that's about it. But what if I told you that there's another way? A way where you get stronger, faster, bigger, and actually have fun throughout the process. And you see, this is how I train. It might not look normal, it might not be like what you've seen before, but there is powerful wisdom behind everything that I do. And if you try it, you might just surprise yourself. So in this video, we'll cover number 1, what no one tells you, number 2, the purpose of every move, and number 3, seeing it for yourself. So number 1, what no one tells you. Most people quit training because they don't even like it. They force themselves to do the same boring, regurgitated routine, so it's no wonder that they never make progress. It's not that they're lazy, it's the fact that they're missing the point. Training isn't meant to be a chore. Nothing in life is meant to be a chore, and if you've ever been told otherwise, I'm sorry to tell you that you've been lied to. I'd say that there should be shame on those who lied to you, but the fact is that they only spread those lies because they were fed them themselves. But you can stop that cycle, you can see past this, and the truth is that life isn't a box, bro. You don't have to be confined within those limits. In fact, it's not a box but a sandbox. You can be whatever you want to be. Billions of years existed before you. Trillions of years will exist after you. And you're telling me that in this tiny flicker of your existence that you have to stick to push, pull, and skipping legs? The point is that you must enjoy yourself. There's this myth that hard work and enjoying yourself have to be distinct, but why? The truth is that they're not opposed to each other. In fact, they complement each other extremely well. And look, if you do like the normal routines that everybody does, then that's fair enough. But if you want something more than that, then let yourself do it. Most people don't train like this because they don't realize that they actually can. And look, when I say this, I don't mean that you throw everything out the window. You still have to train hard, you still have to progressively overload, you still have to have structure and have something that you can progress with, but you don't have to be confined within the limits that people place on top of you. Remember, you don't have to take life so seriously, my friend. No one knows what they're doing, it's only their first time being alive after all. So you can be anything that you want to be in this world. You can design your archetype, become the kind of person that you want. You have full control over that. And if you genuinely like what you're doing and who you're becoming, that is the greatest compliment that you could ever give yourself. And if you do that, of course you won't quit. The most successful people, they just tried a bunch of things until they found something that really excited them. So what will you try? Number 2, the purpose of every move. Now that you understand the thought process behind this kind of training, let me break down exactly what it is that I do. You don't have to copy this for yourself, but if parts of it resonate with you, then of course, feel free to. And some important context here is that my training is my main focus right now, so I'm able to dedicate myself to it every single day and do over 20 hours a week, though you don't have to do that much. Much of this can still be done in a lot less time if you wish. I train 3 days on and 1 day off, following an adapted pull-push-leg split, and on the days off, I run. And the reason why I do it this way is a little bit complicated, but simply put, it's what works best for me. So what do I train? I do weighted calisthenics, gymnastic ring skills, mobility, running, and a small amount of bodybuilding. For weighted calisthenics, I do weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, and squats. Yes, barbell back squats are technically weighted calisthenics because a non-weighted squat is done with your body weight, right? For gymnastic ring skills, I train dynamics like knee hang sit-ups, skin the cat, L-sits to inverted hangs, assisted back flips, and so on. I also train static skills, mostly focusing on both the back lever and front lever currently. For mobility, a lot of the gymnastic ring stuff does help, but I also do reverse Nordic curls and I do stretches as well. I also run twice a week, and that's focused on endurance and active recovery. And to round out my physique, I do incline dumbbell presses, stiff leg deadlifts, and lateral raises. So doing all of this, I'm still able to progress well, as I make sure to optimize my recovery. In fact, I've been progressing very, very well ever since I've been bulking with this as well. And whilst I'm not focused on it currently, I do have a powerlifting total over 5 times my body weight, which isn't anything crazy, but it's still pretty decent given that it's not a focus of mine. Doing all of this, I have full confidence that I'm setting myself up to be one of a kind in the future. This is a long game, but I have confidence that it will work. And my aim is to collect all of the Infinity Stones of Strength. I don't want to be a jack of all trades, I want to be a king of all trades. I want to be big, I want to be strong both relatively and absolutely. I want to be fast, athletic, mobile. And you might ask, why? Why are you trying to be all of these things? Most people are specialists. Why are you trying to accomplish so many different areas? Well, it's because deep down I want to see what I'm capable of. It's like what Socrates said. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. And so, all of this physical training is really just mental training, seeing what my mind is capable of producing. And if this resonates with you, then why not let yourself walk a similar path? Number 3, seeing it for yourself. The beauty of this kind of esoteric training is that I can prove it to you both ways. First, you can try it for yourself, and by that I don't necessarily mean the exact same exercises, but I do mean the same principles. Why not go into training with a sense of freedom, realizing that the world is your sandbox, that you can forge your identity however you please, that you can train in whatever way is fun to you? And secondly, I can prove this method through my own progress. People claim that it's not this simple, that you can't just train what's fun and do whatever you like. But like I've said, if you have those basic principles of training, beyond that you can do whatever you want. People claiming that you can't make progress in this kind of way of training are just reflecting their own small-mindedness. You can accomplish so much. And the main thing really is having something that's enjoyable, because if it's enjoyable, you don't quit, you stay consistent. You actually have motivation to do the hard work, which is something that is very rare, but can be found. And so far, using these methods, I've already accomplished all of this. And using them, this is where I plan on going. My mission is to become the #1 vegan calisthenics athlete in the world. And if you want to get insanely strong with calisthenics whilst on a vegan diet, the best thing that you could do for yourself is to DM me the word strength on Instagram. And with that said, as always, remember bro, keep improving.